Now, we will study about potential energy. So, what do you mean by potential energy? Potential energy is the energy possessed by a body due to its position from the ground or its configuration. So, what do you mean by position from the ground? Suppose I am having a book in my hand and it is kept at this level. When I raise this book, what happens? I am doing some work against gravity to raise it, right? So I am expending my energy. So where does this energy that I am expending go? When this book comes to this height, this energy is getting converted into potential energy of the body. So what is potential energy? Potential energy is the energy possessed by a body due to the virtue of its position. I have told you another term also, configuration. So, if the potential energy is due to position, it is termed as gravitational potential energy. It's termed as gravitational potential energy. There is another type of potential energy called elastic potential energy. So what do you mean by elastic potential energy? When we stretch a spring, when we compress a spring, we are doing some work. So what happens is that this work or the energy is getting converted into the elastic potential energy of the spring. So in this chapter, we will be dealing with the gravitational potential energy only. So redefining the potential energy term, it is the energy possessed by a body due to the virtue of its position or its height from the normal level of the ground. So now we are going to derive an expression for potential energy. So listen children, expression for potential energy. Expression for PE. So what happens? We are considering a body at the ground level where the mass of the body is m, and we know that we are trying to raise that body to a particular height. Let it be h. So in the next case, this m is taken to this height. We are taking this to this height. So what happens is that we know that this body is having gravitational force on it and it is having a weight what I marked it as mg. So an equivalent force must be applied on this body to take this mass from this level to here. So what is the force applied by us in this particular case? It is mg. So this is the force applied, and through which distance it is getting traveled, or what is the displacement here? H. So the work done on the body will be F into force into displacement, we know. And here the force is mg and the displacement is h. So we know that the work done is equal to mgh. So we are expending our muscular energy to do this work, and energy is converted. This energy that we spent is converted into potential energy at this height. So what is potential energy of the body? This potential energy of the body is equal to mgh as the work done is converted into potential energy. So what are the factors on this potential energy depends on? The factors on which potential energy depends on is the mass of the body, the acceleration due to gravity, and the height to which the body is raised. That's all for the concept of potential energy. Thank you.